Hey guys, what is going on? Not Toasty, Rainbow here, welcome. I don't know why I said Toasty. I think I was thinking about toast or something like that. I don't even know. Ignore what I said right there, but welcome to the stream, everybody. It is Rainbow. Welcome to a hangout stream. We're gonna play some stuff here. I don't know what we'll play, but I guess we'll play something. What do y'all think? Is this stream even public? I think it is. Do they know about the stream in the chat? In the Discord stuff. Do they know about it in the Discord? And we'll see how many of them respond back to it. Absolutely nobody. Okay. Well, welcome to the stream, everybody. Where I'm going to be an absolute idiot at doing stuff. So you know what I'm going to do? First of all, we're going to play Hurricane Tracker Reborn because that game is pretty fun. I don't know about you guys. You probably get so freaking annoyed with me playing that game so much. But I actually like the game. It's actually pretty fun to play. So that's what we'll be doing today for at least one of the games, if we play anything else. So let me go ahead and get into the game here. If you guys want to, I guess, join into it. If I'm not friends with you, just tell my friend who owns the VIP server to add you as a friend, and then he'll add you to the VIP server, and he'll do that, and he'll well, essentially what he'll do is he'll add you as a friend, and then after he adds you as a friend, he'll like add you to the VIP thing. And then like after he adds you to the VIP, he'll unfriend you, because even though he'll unfriend you, you could still join the VIP. But I like playing this game. It's just it's fun to play, and I like it. You know, it's pretty fun to. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna play some of this for a little while. Hopefully we can get the screen loading up here. Excuse if the stream is being stupid. I think it's being stupid right now though, bros. Okay, so alright. Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the sheds. Whew. Alright, so I'm gonna be in the general chat. I hope you guys don't do anything stupid while I'm in there. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna join the little thing here. Ooh, we got a low in the Atlantic, bros. Mom, look, I was on a Rainbow stream. Whoa, what the Oh wait, he's putting it up to I think he's gonna put it up to 2022. Oh, he put it up to 2023 instead of 2022. I think that was a mistake. But oh no, shoot. Oh wow, it's only June, and like the freaking Atlantic is like crazy. I want to see this. Oh wow, where's this? Oh, it's gonna go all the way up to freaking North Carolina, bro. Tropical storm warning. Expecting a tropical storm at landfall. Tropical storm Arthur. Tropical storm warning. Expecting a tropical storm at landfall. Looks like it's gonna be in the 50-mile-per-hour range around the time of landfall, which it's going pretty fast, 18 miles an hour. So it's gonna make landfall. Made landfall at 55 miles an hour. It's a middle range tropical storm. Now it's like literally dying extremely fast. I don't even know if it'll even like re-become a tropical storm. Actually, never mind. I think it is going to become a tropical storm again. I thought it was dead, but like now it's coming back. So tropical storm warnings were discontinued in the Bahamas, but they might need to be reissued again, as Arthur is very close to becoming a tropical storm yet again. In the Atlantic. Oh yeah, we also got Barry now. It just randomly spawns out in the middle of the Atlantic. I think Arthur's going to have a kind of harder time trying to organize. I think mostly because it's going to be in cooler waters, so I don't think it'll get as intense. I mean, it might. It looks like it is going to get that intense, but we got a tropical storm warning, kind of just to the west, I would say, or the east, or to the north of Charleston. Goes all the way up to the Carolina Outer Banks. So I got a tropical storm warning. Oh yeah, we still have Barry. It's just randomly a Category 1 hurricane in the middle of the Atlantic, somehow intensifying. Ain't gonna affect land, so we don't need to watch that one out. It looks like Arthur is kind of having a hard time to intensify, mostly because of the like cooler waters that it's in right now. It may even start to weaken before it even makes landfall. But we do have tropical storm warnings that extend from Savannah, Georgia, all the way up to the Outer Banks. So it also seems like Arthur's kind of slowed down a lot too. It went from being like 18 miles an hour to being like 8. So I mean, it's still moving, don't get me wrong, but it's a lot slower. Barry's 90 miles an hour. That might be the peak. Probably start to see Barry weakening. I'm not sure. However, though, I have noticed though that like this very edge right here. I thought this was like Category 2, but that's just Category 1. So Arthur, it's about to make landfall with winds of up to 55 miles an hour. It's actually starting to weaken now as it gets closer to land. And once it makes landfall, that's it. It won't intensify anymore because it'll be inland for the rest of its life. So. And there we go. Arthur has made its second and final landfall on the East Coast as a 55 mile per hour tropical storm, and now it's essentially dead. What a rip. What a rip. What a rip for the Atlantic. What a rip. What a actual rip. What a actual rip, bro. Oh, we got something in the East Pack, bro. We got something in the East Pack. It's like 105 degrees in the East Pack, so this thing's probably gonna form. TD3. There's already oh my god, man! There's already like 3 tropical storms in the East Pack. One of them was a hurricane. Oh crap! They're all 3 gonna go out to sea, but there's a hurricane warning for parts of Guatemala. We got oh my god, Aesthesia, Bud, and Clara. It looks like Bud's rapidly intensifying. It's already a Category 2 hurricane, bro. It's rapidly and has some rapid intensification going. Oh god, it's gonna become a Cat 5. What the actual crap? A Cat 5 in the middle of June. This is cursed. Okay, I don't think that Category 5 intensity is actually going to come true. I think it's going to be close. But, oh, never mind. Yep, it's going to come true. Oh my god. I should have shut my mouth up. It's a Category 5. Thankfully, it looks like it's staying out to sea. But look at this. It's literally almost 180 miles an hour. What the actual crap? So, looks like Barry is It's definitely weakening. It's moving at the speed of 35 miles an hour, so it's like almost, it's like actual wind speed is how strong it is. But it is dying. Barry is essentially dead at this point. Let's get a rest in peace Barry in the chat, boys. Yep, Barry's dead. Rest in peace. No, oh god. So it looks like Aesthesia ain't gonna last long. It's gonna become a remnant low here very soon, actually. It's already down to tropical storm strength. Bud, 182 miles an hour with a pressure of 913 millibars and moving at 15 miles an hour. And oh god, you have got to be kidding me, bro. That's gonna go all the way to the freaking Baja Peninsula. That's not good. I thought it was going to stay out to sea, but it's not looking good for the Baja. Let's look at the models. So a lot of the models kind of diverge it. They all still show Category 5 strength, but like they kind of diverge it everywhere. So I'm not really too sure where it's going to go. But uh-oh. It's looking like looks like we're going to get a Category 5 landfall in the Baja. Hurricane watches and tropical storm watches have been issued. We could still have time to change this, but it's looking ever so likely. Uh-oh. Okay, so good news is it's not looking to be a Category 5 at landfall, but it's looking to be a Category 4. So a little good news, but we're going to have to wait and see how that plays out, because it is still strengthening as we speak. It's moving at 17 miles an hour. It's also off of the track that it's already at, too, so... Yeah, now it's going to make landfall as a Category 5. It got worse. Hurricane warnings have been issued, with a new hurricane watch that's also been issued. Got new tropical storm watches that have also been issued as well. Bud is racing towards the coast of the Baja California Peninsula. Hurricane warnings are the only thing we have on the board right now. It's going to make a catastrophic Category 5 hurricane landfall on the Baja in the freaking end of June. Like, what the actual heck? This thing is moving at 22 miles an hour, so this thing is going to hit like probably over the next day or so. We're getting very close. We got a new invest in the Atlantic, by the way. Bud is still in the 180s. It looks like it is weakening, which is good news, but it's still a Category 5. And it's going to make a Category 5 landfall, unfortunately. Bud has unfortunately made its presence known. It has seemed to have made its Category 5 landfall. Has made over almost $20 billion in damage. Thankfully, it is weakening before it makes its second landfall. It's down to a Category 3. Almost down to a Category 2. So it won't be as destructive as it makes landfall in mainland Mexico. But now it's down to a Category 1. So that's the good news, is it's not looking to be as strong as it was when it made landfall in the Baja, but it's definitely made its presence known in the Baja going into parts of Mexico. Has made over $25 billion in damage, and it's only June. We've got Tropical Storm Chantal which looks to make landfall on the East Coast. Tropical storm watches and warnings have been issued from Charleston, South Carolina to Wilmington, North Carolina. Bud is dead, by the way. R.I.P. Bud. Made $26.8 billion in damage in total. And Bud also has been retired and is being replaced by... You've got to be kidding me, bro. You have got to be. It's being replaced by Vladimir. So, Chantal is getting close to landfall as we speak. We're in the beginning of July, so we're kind of still in that quiet period in the Atlantic, but we're making it. We're definitely getting close. Chantal is about to make its tropical storm landfall in South Carolina with winds of 55 miles an hour and gusts of almost hurricane force. Chantal has made landfall with winds of 55 miles per hour with gusts of almost hurricane force. Wind gusts were up to at least 71, 72 miles an hour. And now Chantal is rapidly weakening as it does make its way through the Carolinas. Nothing new in the Atlantic. We're just watching Chantal just become a remnant low. It only made about $40 million in damage, so not really that much. It will not be retired. Thankfully, it was just a middle-end tropical storm. So we've got Tropical Storm Dora, and we've got Tropical Storm Imola. Dora is expected to become a Category 2 hurricane. Imola, I'm not 100% sure on what's going to happen with her yet. Okay. Unfortunately, it looks like we're going to get another close call for the Baja with Imola. So this has definitely been the Baja's year when it comes to tropical systems. Might they get another landfall? And there we go. Imola is now rapidly intensifying, defying all odds. Has become a Category 3 earlier than expected. In fact, now expected to become a Category 4, and that's also. We got a hurricane warning and a tropical storm watch for the Baja. Imola is also moving at a pretty similar speed as Bud. Dora looks to have its eyes on Hawaii, even though it's not looking to make landfall in Hawaii just yet. Imola, it's going to make a skirt towards the Baja. A few of the models actually diverge it and make it and actually take it inland of the Baja. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But right now it is very close to 140 miles an hour and has gusts of 165 miles an hour. So hurricane warnings, they have been issued basically almost from coast to coast of the Baja. Have winds of 138 miles per hour with Imola. It's going to make a skirt towards the Baja, but it is going to miss it, thankfully. We've got an African system in the Atlantic. Looking to be an out-to-sea system, thankfully. We're not looking it to affect any landmass, but this is kind of an early season African wave that looks to potentially become the fourth named storm of the Atlantic season. So Imola, it is weakening. It peaked at about 138 miles an hour. It's skirting the coast of the Baja right now. It's not going to make landfall, but it is making damage, of course. And then over here in the Atlantic, we've got a new tropical storm. Tropical Storm Dawn, which is expected to become a Category 2 hurricane. Thankfully looking to stay out to sea for right now, at least. We have a hurricane watch and a hurricane warning from literally California. We literally have a hurricane watch for Los Angeles. What the actual frick? We have a hurricane warning in California.
This is Jake Clinton.
Yes. There's a freaking hurricane warning in California.
This is Jake Clinton.
Yes. How does this work? So it seems like Imola might be rapidly weakening as it goes up the coast. But it's still a Category 2, and I mean, look, we have a hurricane warning almost all the way up to San Francisco. So I mean, this is insane to see this. I mean, if something like this happened in real life, this would be insane, man. We got two tropical waves right now in the Atlantic. One of them is Dawn, which is very close to hurricane status, and then we got a low that's come off of Africa, which looks to kind of take a pretty similar track to Dawn.
Jay Clinton is next.
Imola, still going up the coast. And look at this. It may actually curve and make landfall in Oregon. What the actual... It says you don't have permission to join. Friend Minecraft Miner 91215 on YouTube. Oh, not on YouTube, on Roblox. Why'd I say YouTube? Yeah, friend Minecraft Miner 91215 on Roblox. He'll add you as a friend. So Imola still riding up the coast as a tropical storm. May actually make landfall as a tropical storm in California. That's unheard of. So Dawn's a minimal hurricane right now in the Atlantic. Imola is weakening as it's looking to make landfall here very soon as a middle-end tropical storm. Potentially a lot lower than that, of course. 60-mile-per-hour Imola heading towards California. Kind of historic for sure. Got a lot of outflow going on with this storm system. It's about to make landfall. Dawn seems to have peaked with winds of 74, 75 miles an hour. Imola has made landfall, it appears to me. Imola has made landfall with winds of 54 miles an hour. Actually 56 miles an hour. But now it is rapidly weakening as it does hit the California Sahara Mountains. That's a very weird track that it took. And Imola is now dead, and I do believe Imola will probably be retired. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, that's right. It is being replaced with Edun. Dora is barely holding on. We got like 3 freaking tropical disturbances in the Atlantic. And what's going on right now? Never mind. Looks like some of them are getting into some pretty high shear. One of them at least. We were getting some activity there, but it seemed like some shear kind of picked up all of a sudden. Let me go ahead and look at the map. Let's look at the wind shear. Yeah, so Dawn's about to enter to some pretty high shear, so it probably won't exist that long.
Make the water warm.
It's getting into some pretty high shear as we speak.
Make it warm.
Yeah, Dawn is definitely on its way out. It's getting into some high shear environments.
Dawn is trash.
But we're getting close to peak season, so you know this is just the beginning of what's probably to come of the 2023 Atlantic hurricane season, or hypothetical hurricane season. We got the Bermuda high, which is kind of this way for some reason. So Dawn is essentially dead now. It peaked with winds of about 74, 75 miles an hour as a minimal hurricane, but it is now dying out in the open Atlantic. Harmless. Didn't make that much damage. Dora somehow still exists, and then we got to invest in the East Pack. Looks like Dawn is definitely on its way out now, getting into some really high shear environments. My God, man. Man, shear is killing Dawn, man. And this invest, it's having a time trying to develop. It was in some good environments, but now, yeah, it's gonna die. It's not gonna become a name, unfortunately. But it is getting into some lower shear, so it might try to get a little bit of development going on right there, but I don't see it. It's already down to about 10 miles an hour, so I don't think it's going to become a name. It's going back into some high shear. Unfortunately, the invest did fail to become a tropical storm. So what's his Roblox? Is Minecraft Miner 91215. That's the person you got a friend, and then I think he already added you. I don't know. Did he not already add you? I thought he added you. I thought he told me that he added you.
Luca will die.
Well, the invest or the low, it still exists. 8 miles an hour. You know, it's not looking too good. Dora's dead. Essentially, there's nothing really going on in the tropics right now. I guess it's kind of the calm before the storm, essentially. We got a low in the Caribbean. I don't know if that'll become anything. It might. Slow right here is having a little bit of a time for sure, I think. Well, I don't think it's going to become anything, bro. I think it's dead. The low's dead. This is pretty depressing. I would definitely probably prepare for the worst, because this is we're probably very close to activity really picking up. So I would say prepare now while we still have peace. Because I'm pretty sure our peace is probably going to end here very soon. It's pretty quiet now, but it is going to get very active here very soon. Uh-oh.
Weatherman Plus is running towards Luca at 1,000 miles per hour.
So we have a hurricane warning for portions of Mexico right now.
It will die.
We now have a hurricane, which is rapidly intensifying. Uh-oh. This ain't good. So it looks like TD7 has failed. It's not going to become a name. It's kind of a precursor to Anilia. So it doesn't look like it's going to become. It's just going to be more of a nuisance to the Gulf Coast compared to what Anilia is going to be here in probably about 3 days because of her speed. For some reason, these storms have really kind of had a fast, like, speed this year. Kind of similar to the 2021 real life season. It's still looking to be a Category 3 up to landfall, so tropical storm watches and hurricane watches have been issued for Louisiana. I wouldn't be surprised if this probably gets upgraded to a Category 4, and the track would probably have to be updated to a Category 4 because it's getting severely close to a Category 4. But since it's going to make landfall, I think that might actually help to drop its intensity down a little bit. As you can see, I only dropped it by like 2 miles, so it didn't really do much. And now it's going to be out in the open Atlantic for the next like little bit. Now for some reason I've noticed that the waters in the Gulf really aren't as warm, so it might actually not become as strong as it could have been. But what I will know is, over in the West Pac, we've got a super typhoon. Alright, we got a super typhoon over here in the Western Pacific, and it is going to make a super typhoon landfall very close to China. It's already got winds of 156 miles an hour. $160-mile-an-hour winds. Imola is still making its way up the coast, almost. It's not made landfall yet, but it's getting close. But we go back over here to the West Pac. We got a very bad, very bad super typhoon. Hurricane watch has been issued for Hong Kong. Looks like Imola is very close to landfall, if not already have made landfall. So we're getting very close.
Luca will die.
Imola has made landfall. Winds of 120 miles an hour in southwestern Louisiana. A place that was heavily affected by Hurricane Laura and Hurricane Delta just a couple seasons ago. And Tremoy is an absolute beast. 171 miles an hour, just passing to the north of the Philippines. And also we got Typhoon Rajapu, that's a weird name. It's threatening mainland China. And then we got another super typhoon that's going to skirt the coast of Tokyo, or the coast of Japan, I should say. So we got 2 super typhoons in the Western Pacific right now. Tremoy actually may make landfall in the Philippines, which would be catastrophic. 175-mile-an-hour winds. $177 miles an hour. An absolute freaking beast of a hurricane. It's rapidly intensifying. 185 miles an hour right now. Going on right there in this storm. 190 miles an hour. What the actual crap? What is up with this storm, man? No, there's no gosh darn.
You are a rainbow.
Bro, 200 miles an hour. Basically, at this point, 200 miles an hour with gusts of 231. Bro, there's already been
Luca will die.
There's already been 3 super typhoons in the West Pac. What the actual crap? 200 miles an hour, bro. What is this storm doing? Imagine a 200-mile-an-hour hurricane in the Atlantic in real life. That'd be insane. Now it's looking to be weakening now, which is good. 200 miles an hour again. It's moving at like 1 mile an hour. And looks like we got peak activity in the Atlantic, boys. We got freaking 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 tropical systems active in the Atlantic right now in this game. This is kind of, I guess
I
you could
was
say, peak activity.
100% we're actually at Rainbow's house.
Yeah.
Sending nuke to Luca.
Sending nuke to Luca. Oh boy. We don't need that. Oh shoot. Tremere, whatever that one hurricane was. $41 billion in damage, man. That's pretty insane. Hurricane watch for Hong Kong, which might get slammed with a big, monstrous, major super typhoon. I don't know where to go because there's so much stuff going on right now in all these basins. I mean, you've got Frank, and there's a freaking tropical storm heading for Alaska right now. What the actual heck? There's a tropical depression all the way up at freaking Alaska. Hurricane watch has been issued for portions of the Texas coast for Gale. I guess that's how you say the name. Tremai's back at 200 miles an hour. Ian, Fenica, and Harold, they're all taking pretty similar tracks to each other. Tremai is about to make a devastating landfall on Hong Kong. Devastating, look at this. Look, winds. Hong Kong, I would say by far, would probably be definitely devastated if they had something like this happen in real life. Tremai is now rapidly weakening as it makes its way up through mainland China. $85 billion in damage. Jesus Christ. $90 miles an hour. Still, it's a huge storm. Gale looks like it made landfall. Had winds of 91, 92 miles an hour. Fanica looks to make a tropical storm landfall in the United Kingdom. Harold's a major hurricane. Ian is, I don't know what Ian's doing. He's just being a weird storm. And then now we also got a tropical depression in the South Atlantic, which somehow is going to make it past the border right here. The been a weird season in this game. I mean, look at this. How's this even physically possible? But yeah, now we got Astika in the South Atlantic, in September. So how is this possible to have a storm that far north, close to the frickin'? We also got Hurricane Frank over there. And now, I don't know what's going on with this, but for some reason they expect Harold to be a super typhoon. I don't know how that works in the Atlantic. There's like 3 hurricanes heading for heading for Europe. What is this monstrosity, man? There's literally 3 tropical systems that are gonna hit frickin' Europe. What has Europe done, man? What did Europe do? They didn't do absolutely anything. What has Europe done? Europe's getting hit with like 3 storms. We got a major hurricane heading for Europe.
Europe shall pay.
How does this work? Harold is moving at 40 miles an hour and it's still a major hurricane.
Hello, this is the voice of Maple Magic himself. Hey, Maple.
Harold is literally going to hit as a major hurricane.
Never seen that happen.
Oh wait, no, that's not happening anymore. It's going to hit as a category 2. And Ian is also moving at like the speed of light.
Ireland deserves to die.
It's heading for Russia. Europe literally just got hit by 3 tropical storms in the same month. And then we got Tropical Storm Jonathan. That's like gonna literally obliterate the Caribbean here in just a bit. $80 miles an hour right now. For some reason, these storms have been moving so freaking fast this year. Jonathan is expected to make a Category 4, or close to a Category 4 landfall. Hurricane warnings are issued for parts of South America, all of the Caribbean, Leeward Islands, all of Puerto Rico, Hurricane watches issued for portions of the Dominican Republic, and tropical storm watches have been issued for those areas as well. Hurricane warnings now in effect for those areas, along with tropical storm watches and hurricane watches for parts of Haiti. Cuba is also under a tropical storm watch, and Jamaica is under a hurricane watch. Also, hurricane watch for a lot of Central America. Jonathan is rapidly intensifying in the Caribbean. Probably going to be the big storm of the year, for sure. Might it make a turn towards Florida? We'll just have to wait and see. Jonathan has now made its pretty devastating blow to the Leeward Islands, even though it's only made about $180 million in damages. Hurricane warnings and hurricane watches, they span basically up and down the Caribbean right now. Jonathan is a beast. We got a tropical depression that may actually become a name. Maybe. Depends. Uh-oh. Hurricane watch has now been issued for portions of the Gulf Coast. Hurricane watch goes from literally Texas to the Florida Gulf Coast. Link to VIP server. You gotta friend my friend, Real Toasty Boy, or what his actual name on here is Minecraft Miner 91215. You gotta friend him. That's the way you can get added to the VIP. Jesus Christ. Hurricane watch goes from freaking Texas to basically all the west coast of Florida. This is definitely the big storm of the year. For sure. It's a huge storm. We're gonna have a repeat. There's another tropical depression in the Atlantic.
Leave the server, Luca.
going at 21 miles an hour, about to make a pretty bad landfall on the Gulf Coast. 155 miles an hour. It's basically doing an Ida. Yeah, this thing's doing an Ida. This thing's literally doing a freaking Ida. Jonathan's definitely the big storm of the year. By far. And it just keeps expanding too. It's definitely a big storm. We don't talk about Bruno, no. Because it was her wedding day. And there wasn't a cloud in the sky. It's like Jonathan has transitioned into a subtropical storm. I mean, it is October, so that far north it probably would be a subtropical storm. No. We don't talk about Bruno. Gil, absolutely about to obliterate Hawaii right now. Category 1 hurricane warning. Let's not talk about the hurricane warning. It looks like a freaking, yeah. I don't know if y'all noticed. The hurricane warning kind of, yeah, it looks kind of weird. I promise you I don't have a dirty mind. Yeah, this is, I don't know if this is normal or not. That hurricane warning, though. What is wrong with that hurricane warning? The hurricane warning, man. I need to shut up, man. That hurricane warning. I think what we're gonna make is that the season ends off with Kyle, and then we start off with another season. It's a very interesting warning for sure. We don't talk about Bruno, no. Oh, now we're gonna have a frickin' tropical storm penis instead of a hurricane penis. There it is. What is up with this storm? It ain't every day you see something like this. You play Roblox too? Yep. Now it just looks weird. What kind of... I could imagine. I could actually imagine Hawaii getting under a hurricane warning, like the whole island. It literally probably would look like a freaking penis. It probably would. I think we're gonna go off to another season. Let's just say the season ends with Tropical Storm Kyle. So we're gonna skip. We're gonna skip to 2024, my graduation year. Oh boy, that's great. We now have Tropical Storm Arlene in the Atlantic. It's going to make a Central American landfall. Most likely as a tropical storm. Actually, never mind. It's going to be a Category 1 hurricane. First time ever, it seems like, with Arlene. Hurricane warning is in effect for portions of Central America. There's a very small portion of Central America that is under a hurricane warning. Also got a system that looks to be forming in the East Pac. Looking to make landfall somewhere on the Agatha. Looks to be making landfall on the coast of, I guess, Guatemala and El Salvador and all those areas right there. Arlene is barely under hurricane status. It's now a hurricane. And Agatha has winds of 60 miles an hour. Agatha has made landfall with winds of 68 miles an hour, I think. Yep, 68 miles an hour is the winds Agatha has made landfall with. Arlene has winds of 82 miles an hour. It's about to make landfall in Central America, or the Yucatan Peninsula, I should say. 85 miles an hour. Arlene has officially made landfall with winds of 85 miles an hour. You have been banned from the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse for inappropriate behavior. Yes, I have been a bad boy. I wonder if Arlene will make it to hurricane status before it makes landfall. It probably will. It's got quite a while to go. Nothing more than a Category 1, though. It's moving at 16 miles an hour, so it's definitely having a little bit of a time. It's a minimal hurricane as it makes landfall in Mexico. Again, its second Mexican landfall. Minimal hurricane with winds of 75 miles an hour. And Arlene is dead. And so comes apparently the second named storm of the 2024 Pacific hurricane season. Essentially. What's the most popular cereal during winter? I'm not really sure. I eat a lot of honeycomb, regardless if it's winter or not. Bobby. Bobby. The most popular cereal during winter is cereal. Oh God, you guys have comedian gold. Y'all should be comedians. Wonder how strong Calvin will get. It's already at 50 miles an hour. I think it's gonna make landfall somewhere in the 60-mile-an-hour range. And I was right. The good news is, though, is at least the Baja ain't getting hit. So. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. There's no way there's another one behind that. Bro. Well, the East Pack's going ham, ain't they? Atlantic hasn't even had its second name yet. Although we do got a low near Florida that might try and do something, but Looks like Daniel does have a chance to be a hurricane, so. Yeah, I don't think the low near Florida is going to become much of anything. It's going to actually make landfall in South Florida, so at best a depression. It's moving like 1 mile an hour. Daniel is forming an eye, boys. What's wrong with this tropical depression right here? See, I told you it wasn't going to become anything. It was just going to casually make landfall in Florida and then die, essentially. Looks like Daniel makes landfall with winds of about 80 to 81 miles an hour. You have got to be kidding me. Another one, bro. What the actual crap? Kanye West temporarily suspended from Instagram after posting slurs. Oh. We're getting close to hurricane status with Eugene over here. Eugene Krabs. And it's looking like, too, that it might actually become a second named storm in the Atlantic, too. So it might have an Atlantic crossover. We might have an Atlantic crossover system. How about that, boys? Or we might have a Pacific crossover system. We might have a Pacific crossover system into the Atlantic. That would be something, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? That'd be something. If we see that happen. And it become their second name. I doubt that'll probably happen. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Actually, it might actually happen. Never mind. We might actually see it happen. we might actually see Eugene become the B named storm for the Atlantic. How about that? Wouldn't that be something? Yep, I think it's gonna happen too. Oh boy. Yep, we're gonna get we're gonna get we're gonna get the B name storm from an Eastern Pacific system. We got Burial from Eugene. I know that happens sometimes, but it doesn't happen that often. Oh god. It's like actually rapidly intensifying. It's gonna become a hurricane. Out of nowhere. An Eastern Pacific system that becomes our second name in the Atlantic is the first hurricane of the Atlantic season 2. What the actual heck? Oh boy, I think here comes our first big system. Like it's one of them Central American gyre storms. Not only that, but we've also got another Eastern Pacific system coming our way too. How are you guys liking the stream? Let me know. We got a Category 5 hurricane somewhere. I don't know where. Which becomes named first? Oh, Hilda became first. So we got Hilda in the Pacific, looking to become a Category 4 hurricane at landfall. And we got Burial, not Burial, we got Cindy, which looks to become a Category 1 in the Gulf. So probably need some rapid intensification to see if we'll become a Category 4, but we'll probably see some rapid intensification. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. Tropical storm warning has been issued for portions of the Mexican coastline in anticipation of Hilda. Cindy is getting pretty close to landfall right now. Still expected to become a hurricane in the Gulf, but not too long. Looks like we got another Central American gyre storm. Just like came out of nowhere in the Atlantic. Sandy's getting pretty strong. Hilda looks like it's gonna be big. What's your favorite guys' water flavor? Lukewarm. Your favorite water flavor is H2O2. $180 an hour. How does that not count as a landfall? I don't know. I think Hilda just like skirted land. Might have been the reason why I didn't. Oh, Jesus Christ, Hilda. No. Why'd you do this? If this doesn't count as a freaking landfall, then I don't know what does. Might get another storm. I don't think so though. Needed to form a little earlier probably. If it would have formed a little earlier, it probably would have formed, but it's not going to form. Yeah, it failed. Just gonna bring some rain to the Gulf Coast. Nothing special, you know. Due to inflation. Yes. Now this one actually will become a name. Because it's got enough time. You have Gordon, boys. Edward is a major hurricane, boys. I suck at streams, guys. Oh boy. We're doing a little Hurricane Harvey action over here. Hey, welcome back to the stream, Jay. How you doing? Are y'all pumped for hurricane season? Whew. Less than 2 months now. Actually, no. Actually, just exactly 2 months. Until outlooks begin again. So, There's that. Why does Icyctheus keep fluctuating between 64 and 65 miles an hour? Yeah, I was hearing about that. How it's very possible for us to have a another La Nina. We could have another active hurricane season ahead of us. I can't believe we're going to have probably possibly 3 years in a row of a La Nina. How did we wind up with Tropical Storm Kawaku? What kind of name is that? Kawaku, man, what the Kawaku. Why can I not get over that name, man? We're gonna make it to the auxiliary list if we don't watch out. We're literally already on freaking Nicholas, and it's only freaking August. Ophelia. Ophelia. No, shut up. I'm genuinely gonna shut up. ...2020 went it went out with a bang. 2021 with a whimper, and 2022 is yet to be determined. That is 100% correct. I was younger. I knew better. I need to shut up. It's August 26th on the game, and we're at like freaking, what is it, Ophelia? Oh boy. ...194 miles an hour, boys. Right now, Mindugus's peak was 194 miles an hour. It would definitely be a lot stronger than that, probably. But Mindugus hasn't really dropped in intensity that much. It's been kind of how should I say this? It's been kind of consistent with its. And Mindugus is retired. It's basically safe to assume. We're already on Rimmer, and it's September 7th. I think we're going to get to the auxiliary list, guys. Atlantic's going crazy, man. We're on Sarah, and we're about to get another name. We're on the 20th depression. And now we've got freaking Tropical Storm Teddy. we're gonna exhaust the naming list, guys, on in the Atlantic on this server. Like at this point, that's how active it's been on this hurricane season, because it's literally only September 13th and we're on Teddy. We're literally on Teddy and it's September 13th. September 14th, I should say. So looks like Peter is rapidly intensifying. Why is my quality at 480p? Why is it not at 1080p? I think we're gonna wait until Peter. We're gonna wait till Peter makes landfall. I think. No, probably not. I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna call it a night. But I'm gonna call it a night, guys. But I'm gonna try and start a Atlantic satellite data, satellite stream and all that sorts of stuff. It's looking increasingly likely, Ramen, we're gonna have a La Nina again. Yeah, I'm sorry to say this, but it's looking like we're gonna have La Nina again this year. It's becoming increasingly likely we're gonna have a La Nina again this year. And that, because what it's looking like is La Nina is actually strengthening and not weakening, which means it's more likely we're gonna have a La Nina hurricane season yet again. So, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream here, and probably in the next 5 or 10 minutes or so, I'm going to start up a Atlantic satellite stream, because I know you guys like that. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys